Okay. So this is the second round, right?
Right.
So you are able to hear my voice very clearly.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
You are able to hear my voice very clearly, right?
Okay, I hear you now.
Okay. You are able to hear my voice very clearly, right?
Right.
Fine. So yeah. So just tell me about a brief introduction about your total years of experience and your technology stack and your current roles and responsibilities.
Okay, well, my experience is mainly based in web applications. I work with Spring and and Hibernate. Uh, my and the last projects that I've worked, I work with Spring Boot, Spring GPA, Spring Security, building microservices with this technology. I work with Amazon Web Services, building several serverless microservices with AWS Lambda and externalize those services with API Gateway. I use other services from this cloud platform, such as CloudWatch, Pipeline, Elastic Beanstalk, Code Commit. Um, mm, I work with relational databases, mainly with MySQL databases, Oracle, MS SQL databases. I have some experience with Angular.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Fine. So what is your total years of experience?
I'm sorry.
What is your total years of experience?
I have 10 years of experience.
Okay. Fine. So how do you provide a security for your database? How can you provide
How I provide security?
security for database? Security for
I'm securable. I'm sorry, I really don't understand this.
no. How can you provide a security for your database?
From an application.
And application level and database level also, how can you provide security?
Well, okay. I provide secure managing the users when I have to when I provide login uh, login view. The common way is to provide the user and password, and with the Spring Security, do the authentication. Could be with a simple JDBC authentication, build the user details object, and with this, build the give the authorization and roles that this user has to in order to perform the actions that is permitted to this user.
Yeah, this is application level security, right?
Yes.
So I am asking, how can you secure your database? Database security. How can you provide the security for your data in the database?
Um, well, I don't understand the question. Could you give me a hint, please?
I'm pinging you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what question. Just now I pinged you.
Okay. Um, I've never done something like this before, but I think you can from your server you can configure the origins that are permitted to interact with your database.
Okay, that's
For
fine.
example, IP filter or DNS filter.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So, what are the solid principles?
Solid principles. Um, well, S stands for single responsibility, O for open and closed. Uh, L is for list up. Uh, I is for interface, and D is for dependency. These principles are are a way to give certain quality in your code.
Mhm.
As developer, well, we should follow these solid principles because we guarantee with these principles we are guarantee that of our software or our application it has good quality and perform the processes with the most efficient and velocity.
Okay. So, explain about Lisco substitution principle.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have the concept and the main idea of every one of those. I will just have the general idea.
Okay. Okay. So, what is 12 factor methodology as part of microservice development?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
What is 12 factor methodology? What is design methodologies are there when you are developing a microservice?
Methodologies like test driving design.
No. Do you know about 12 factor methodology? Do you know 12 factor methodology for microservice development?
Okay. Well, no, I I haven't seen this 12-factor methodology.
Okay. Hmm. What is strategy pattern? Strategy design pattern. Java strategy design pattern.
Okay, strategy design pattern. No, Beer, I'm sorry about these methodologies and techniques. No,
Okay.
I haven't seen those topics.
Okay. What is singleton design pattern?
Sorry?
What is singleton design pattern? What is singleton design pattern?
Okay. Singleton design pattern. With singleton, you achieve or you are secure that one instance from a class is created, but just one instance from this class.
Okay. So what is the Spring default scope?
Default scope
Of Spring framework.
Please, can you write it?
Default scope of Spring framework.
Oh, the default scope. If I remember well, the default scope in Spring is by request. Request scope.
That's fine. So what is the difference between Spring singleton versus Java singleton?
Wow, no, I'm sorry, but I don't know what's the difference between them.
Okay. Okay. So what is the difference between linked list and array list?
Okay, the main difference between them is that linked list is thread safe. This means that you can use in multi-threading process this collection. An array list don't. Other difference between them is linked list is good to store, but not to iterate it. And an array list is good to iterate, but not is not good for stored data.
Mm-hmm. So, what are the other differences?
I'm sorry.
What are the other differences? What are the other differences?
Other differences. No, I'm sorry. I just know those.
Okay, fine. That's fine. So, what is the difference between concurrent hash map and hash map?
Hash map and what?
Hash map, concurrent hash map.
Okay. Well, hash map is a collection that is not thread safe. In order to use this collection in a multi-threading process, you can use this method from collections in order to convert the hash map in concurrent, and thus so this concurrent hash map does thread safe this collection.
Mhm. Then what is the difference between synchronized map and concurrent ASML?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay. So what is the difference between throw and throws?
Throw and throws. Well, throw is used for explicitly throw an exception, and throws goes in the signature of a method, and this means that that method could be throw an exception and throws the exception to the next layer or the next the method that invoked that process, that method.
Mhm. What is the checked exceptions?
The secret
What are the checked exceptions? Give me some examples for the checked exceptions.
checked exceptions. Okay, when you are performing operations with files, the compiler tells you that you have to manage the EO exception.
Mhm.
For example, for unchecked exceptions, this mainly occurs in runtime.
Mhm.
And uh, a kind of those exceptions could be error exceptions, and the other one I don't remember.
Okay. So what are the how do you create your custom exception?
Custom exception. Well, I created some custom exceptions when I working with on microservices. When I want to provide custom message and a custom code for in my response, I create a class for my exception. I annotate my method with exception handler. Uh, when something happened that uh, when I need to provide that message, simple, I use the keyword throw and my custom exception in order to give the message, the custom message. I'm sorry, Beer, I can hear you.
Can you explain thread life cycle? Thread life cycle.
Uh, the thread life cycle. No, I'm sorry. I don't know the cycle of threads.
Can you explain Spring Bean life cycle?
I'm sorry?
Spring Bean life cycle. Spring Bean life cycle.
Okay. When the application is starting the application, the Spring Bean container creates all the beans and store those beans in the container, and those bins are available in any time of the while the application is running.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the difference between wait and sleep?
The difference between what?
Wait and sleep. Wait and sleep.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay. What is the difference between a linked list and linked hash set?
The main difference is that linked hashed, you can't store repeated values.
Linked hash.
And linked hashed. And in linked list, you can store just one value as null and any other repeated or not values in a linked list.
Are you sure?
But in linked list, you can store one value as null and any repeated or not repeated values. And with linked hashed, you cannot store repeated values.
Come again. Come again. Come again.
Yes, I just know that.
Okay. See, the behavior of list is it will allow the duplications and it will allow the insertion order. Okay. List means list in the sense all the implementation class of list, like linked list, array list, and all. Coming to linked list, it will not allow the it will allow the insertion order as well as it will allow the duplicates. The basic behavior of the list. Coming to hash set, linked hash set, it will not allow the duplicates and also it will follow the insertion order. Why? Because it is a behavior of list as well as it is a behavior of set also. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah, that is the main difference.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So that's fine. What is the difference between a comparator and a comparable?
Comparable and comparable to.
Comparator and comparable.
Yes. Well, comparable, it's an interface. And with comparable, you can use primitive, well, it's used to wrapper primitives, right? Primitive values. And comparator has the interface comparator, and this is used to compare objects.
Okay. What is map and flatter map from Java 8?
Map and flat map?
Yes.
Okay, those are methods from the API stream. Basically, the method map I know how to express well, but with map, iterate the values on a collection. It doesn't matter if those values has another collection or another values inside them. And with flat map, iterate all the values in a collection has or hasn't values inside those collections of those objects.
Okay. So what is functional interface?
Functional interface?
Yes.
Well, this is a feature from Java 8. Functional interface is when you have an interface with only just one. If I remember well, it's just one abstract method and just one.
Why do we need functional interfaces? What is
Sorry?
Why do we need functional interfaces? What is the purpose of functional interface?
The purpose. I never thought about this before. Sorry, Beer, I don't know what is the purpose.
Okay. Fine. And what is the lambda expression?
Lambda expressions are used to perform actions against or with collections. And this is a new paradigm in programming. For example, the old way to programming or performs, for example, iterate a collection is via a declarative way, but with lambda expressions you are performing the I don't remember. Well, it's a new paradigm in order to perform actions, for example, in a collection.
What are the method references?
Sorry?
What is method reference? What is method references in Java 8?
The features in Java 8, the new features.
Yeah, what is method references?
Method references.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Okay, fine. Can you tell me some features from what are the Java 8 features?
Yes. Well, I think the main features in Java 8 are, for example, Lambda expressions, the API stream, some improvements in the Java date and time API. Java 8 introduced default and static methods and functional interfaces. Static and default methods in interfaces. And well, those are the
okay. Yeah, Ricardo, fine. See, you need to focusing on more details about. I will give you some feedback about this interview. Okay.
Yes, please, Beer.
Yeah, please focusing on thread life skill and also what are the methods are available from the threads and multi-threading in threads like sleep, join, yield, and wait, notify all. What are the purpose of those 6 methods where we are using, and also look into the synchronized key and synchronized block and synchronized methods. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay.
These are very, very important. Okay. And coming to exception handling, please focusing on what are the available checked exceptions and what are the available unchecked exceptions. Okay.
Yes.
What are the types of exceptions and what are the types of unchecked and checked exceptions, and what is error? What is the difference between error and exceptions and all? Okay.
Okay.
And also please focusing on the collection classes and collection interfaces like list set map. Those are the collection interfaces and a queue also. And also we have implemented classes for each and every interface. So please focusing on difference between each and every class under collection interfaces. Okay.
Perfect. Yes.
These are the basics. These are the basics. Okay. And next level, as a 10 years experience, the next level, and you should know about the all the implementations of solid principles. Like these are the basic funda to develop any microservice or any RESTful service application. Okay.
Okay.
Microservice application, this is the funda. Like you need to focusing on. Of course, you don't know, but you are implementing all these principles. But you should be aware of that, like solid principles, single responsibility principle, and open and closed principle, and list score substitution principle, interface segregation principle, and dependency inversion principle. Okay.
Okay, Bir.
Yeah, list out all the please focusing on example for the each and every solid principle, and focusing on variations of in between them. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And coming to 12 factor methodology. See, whenever you are developing a microservice, you are applying some methodologies. So which comes under, which will cover all these 12 factors. Okay. So what are the
Okay.
12 factors methodologies are available to develop a microservice? Please look into that, like code base, config, disposability, port binding, logging, so dependencies. So all are the factors comes under 12 factors methodology. You are developing a microservice. Hey, this is I know. So but you should aware of that all the 12 factors methodologies.
Okay.
Build, run, and deploy. Build, run, and release. That is one methodology. That is one methodology. CI/CD is the one methodology. Okay. Config is the one methodology. Config in the sense configuration of properties with different environments. Okay, of the microservice.
Okay.
The code base in the sense you should maintain your code in the central repository like GitHub, GitLab, like a kind of subversions. Okay. So
Okay.
like that we need to aware of that all these methodologies. And also please focusing on design patterns of Java, like structural design patterns are there, behavioral design patterns are there, and creational design patterns are there. So strategy pattern from behavioral design pattern. So how we can implement a different kind of behavior and a particular to one interface is comes under strategy design pattern. Okay, one method
Yes.
from the one interface. So a particular behavior of a interface. So which will comes under strategy design pattern. So we have a different design patterns, and also we know all the implementations, but we should be aware of that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Coming to design principles, microservice design patterns also there. What is the microservice design patterns? Microservice design patterns are there, like decomposition of design pattern, subdomain, decomposition of subdomain. So what are domain level design patterns? Like database level design patterns, domain level design patterns. So all which are comes under microservice design patterns. So please focusing on microservice design patterns also. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Yes.
So these are the feedback you need to update. You need to upgrade yourself for the next level of intelligence. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Bir.
Thanks for your.
No. Thank you. Thank you, Bir. Thank you for your time.